Find a tall spine, maybe resting the hands on the knees, the shoulders away from the ears. Slightly tuck the chin toward the chest. And we'll take a few moments here to settle in for practice. Bring your awareness into your space, to the breath. Nice long inhales through the nose. Nice long exhales through the nose. And the exhales are audible like an ocean sound in the back of the throat. It's Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. On the inhales, think of growing a little bit taller. On the exhales, the shoulders relax away from the ears. Maybe you'd like to set an intention for your practice here. It could be anything from an intention or a mantra on a color. Maybe it's just to move some energy around the body. Maybe it's a dedication to someone or something. So we'll bring the right palm onto the left cheek, relax the head toward the shoulder, gentle neck stretch. And release. Other side, palm to cheek, relaxing the head toward the shoulder. Return to center. With the hands on the knees, we'll move into a little bit of seated cat and cow. So sweep the chest forward. On the exhale, navel to spine, rounding the back. Inhale, sweeping the chest forward. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale and exhale. So really exaggerate the movement. And moving in opposite direction. On the exhales, think of releasing anything old or stale, a little bit more air than you took in on the inhale. Inhale fresh energy. And exhale anything old or stale. And return to center. So we work a lot on the hands, and with the wrists we'll warm them up. Just pressing the right palm forward, kind of lock out the right arm. We'll draw the right fingertips back with the left hand. And then the palm faces down. And again, draw the fingertips toward the body. And other side. Left palm forward, draw the fingertips back gently. Palm faces down. And then begin to make circles with the wrist. Opposite direction. And give them a shake. Nice work. So we'll go ahead and move into table. So the knees are hip width distance apart. The shoulders are stacked over the wrist. Splay the fingers fingertips wide. Creating a foundation here. We'll flex the left foot, pressing the left heel back. Right fingertips reach forward, the palm faces in. Deep inhale. On the exhale, hug it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And hug it in. Lengthen. We'll sweep the right hand straight out to the right and the left foot straight out to the left. So you're balancing table. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Sweep it back long and release it down. Flexing the right foot, press through the right heel, left fingertips reach forward, the palm faces in, belly draws up and in. On the exhale, knee to elbow, rounding. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen. And hug it in. Lengthen. We'll sweep the left hand straight out to the left and the right foot straight out to the right. Balancing here for 3, 2, and 1. Sweep it long and return to table. So we'll make our way into our first downward facing dog. Curl the toes, send the hips back. Walk your dog, keep a little bend in the knees. Alternating the heels toward the mat. We'll bend in the knees, sway the tailbone over to the right. The left side of the body lengthens. And hips over to the left. Right side lengthens. We'll return to center. Look toward the hands, walk the feet up. We're going to keep a little bend in the knees as we fold over the thighs. Clasping opposite elbows, hanging in ragdoll. The head, neck, and shoulders are completely passive, and maybe you begin to sway side to side. But anything that is no longer serving you, just roll off the shoulders, absorbing into the mat. And then we'll slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow. The last thing that untucks is the chin, arriving in mountain. So here the toes are splayed wide apart. All 4 corners of the feet are rooting in. You're rooting to rise energetically. So think of drawing energy up through the feet, through the midline of the body, and the crown of the head. On the next inhale, reach it up, spark the fingertips, look up. Exhale to fold. Keep a little bend in the knees. All right, so from that one, we're reaching up nice and tall. And then on the exhale, folding. We'll shake the head out, yes and no. And then halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale to fold. Fold a little deeper, maybe a little less bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, and we'll step back into our first vinyasa. So lowering down to a hover or the belly, up dog or cobra, take it slow. And and arriving in downward facing dog. The palms press in, the tailbone is reaching back, and the heels of the feet are working toward the mat. Focusing on those 3 points of energy. And looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, rising tall, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Arriving in downward facing dog, a couple breaths here. Again, really shifting the weight back toward the heels of the feet. And looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Rising tall, reach it up, and exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to take a wide step back with the left foot. So step it back, drop the left knee, uncurl the toes. We're going to make sure that the right knee is stacked over the right ankle, and then slowly begin to rise. Shoulders relax, look up. If you'd like to add a mini back bend here, you can walk the fingertips back, allowing the gaze to follow. And then we'll frame the right foot. Slide the hips back, flex the right foot, right toes toward the face, and gently fold over the right leg. Halfway lift, look to the toes. We're going to turn the toes to the right. Keep the foot flexed, and then fold again. And lift the chest. Place the right foot back onto the mat. Frame the foot, tall chest. Curl the left toes, lift the left knee, and press strong through the left heel. Right toes sweep up and back, three-legged. Bend in the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left, look under the left shoulder. Right toes reach up and back, three-legged. We'll glide forward into plank, hugging the right knee toward the nose, press away from the mat. Curl in nice and tight. We'll step the right foot between the hands. Use a little momentum here to hop the left toes toward the sky, folding over the right leg. Left foot meets the right. Gentle fold. Inhale to rise. Reach up tall. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll take a wide step back with the right foot. Drop the right knee toward the mat. Once you're steady, left knee is stacked over the left ankle, begin to rise. Lengthen the front body. Again, if you'd like, you can move into a mini back bend, walking the fingertips back, allowing the gaze to follow. And we'll frame the left foot nice and slow. Shift the hips back, left toes toward the sky, folding over the left leg. Lift the chest. We'll turn the toes over to the left. Keep the foot flexed and then folding again. And lifting the chest. Place the left foot back onto the mat. Frame the foot so a tall chest. Curl the right toes, lift the right knee, press strong through the right heel. Left toes reach up and back, three-legged. Bend in the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right, look under the right shoulder. Left toes reach up. As you glide forward into plank, hug the left knee toward the nose. Press away from the mat. Hug it nice and tight. And left foot steps between the hands. Use momentum to hop the right toes toward the sky as you fold over the left leg. The hamstrings are alive now on both sides. And we'll step the right foot to meet the left, folding soft and rising tall. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Samastitihi. Feet are hip-width distance apart. And we'll bend in the knees, sweep the arms up and back. Toes are light. Weight of the body is in the heels of the feet for chair pose. Bring it down low. Exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Right toes reach up and back, three-legged. Right foot to the right hand, warrior one, rise up tall. Outside edge of the left foot is pressing in at a 45-degree angle. Left leg is strong. And then you're squaring the chest to the front of the room. Shoulders relax. Work the right thigh parallel with the mat. Breathing here, find your edge. On the next exhale, flow. Right foot steps back to plank, moving through Vinyasa. Left toes sweep up. Left foot to the left hand, warrior one. On the next exhale, flow. Arriving in downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We'll take a few breaths here. All right, from here we'll look to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold, bending in the knees, finding chair. Creating heat in the lower body. On your next exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Right toes reach up. Right foot to the right hand. Inhale, rising tall. Exhale to flow. Left toes sweep up. Left foot to the left hand. Inhale, rise, and exhale, flow. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold, finding chair. Exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Right toes sweep up. Right foot to the right hand. On your inhale, rise, and on your exhale, flow. Left toes sweep up. Inhale, rise, warrior one. And exhale to flow. Downward facing dog. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift, exhale to fold. Finding chair, bend the knees, exhale to fold. Halfway lift, hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Arriving in downward facing dog, the right toes reach up. We'll look between the hands, step the right foot through, stay on the ball of the left foot, rise up, high crescent lunge. We'll sweep the right hand back to the middle of the left thigh, to the back of the left thigh. Left fingertips reach up and back, open the chest. And then the left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Bring the palms together. Press the palms toward the center of the chest. Try to keep the belly lifting off of the right thigh. I'm just breathing here for 3. And slowly unwind. High crescent, straighten the right leg, plant the left foot down, open to the left, setting up for triangle. So heel toe the left foot in a little bit if you need to. We'll begin to track forward with the right fingertips. Find your edge and then windmill the right hand down, left fingertips reach up. We're going to sweep the left arm alongside the left ear, reaching to the front of the mat. Palm faces down. And then we're going to sweep the right hand up like it's going to meet the left or like you're holding a big beach ball. And then bring it all the way up. Turn the right toes to the side of the mat and fold, hands in line with the feet. Use the traction of your mat to draw yourself closer. Rising, 5-pointed star. Fingertips are energized. We'll turn the left toes to the back of the mat. Bend in the knee for warrior 2. Gazes over the left fingertips. Slightly tuck the tailbone here. The left thigh is working parallel with the mat. Soft gaze over the left fingertips. Begin to sweep the right hand to meet the left, roll onto the ball of the right foot, arriving into a high crescent lunge. So you're facing the back of your mat. Deep inhale, exhale to fold. Frame the left foot, left toes sweep up and back. Bend in the left knee, left hip is on top of the right, option to flip dog. Left toes tap behind you, Open front body. Hips press equally toward the sky for wild thing. And slowly unwind. Left toes reach up. Look between the hands. Step the left foot through. Plant the right foot down. Extended side angle. So I'm going to keep my left hand here to the outside of the left foot, and then just sweep the right arm alongside the right ear. Roll the chest open. If you need to rise up and bring the left forearm onto the left thigh, feel free to make that switch in the posture. Right fingertips draw the body up. We'll straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes to the side of the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Shoulder blades draw together. Deep inhale. Exhale to fold. Arms float overhead. Expansion across the chest. And slowly begin to rise. Take your time. We'll release the hands from behind the back, returning to five-pointed star. The right toes turn to the front of the mat. Bend in the knee. Sweep the left hand up to meet the right. Roll onto the ball of your left foot, high crescent. Fly forward, warrior three. Work the body parallel with the mat. Flex the left foot, the left pinky toes dial down. Arms can reach back or forward if you want to add a bit more intensity to the posture. And hands to heart center. Rising to mountain. Arms alongside the body, walk the feet out. Take a couple breaths here, standing tall. And then finding chair. Bend in the knees, sweep the arms up and back. Folding, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Nice, so the left toes reach up and back. Left foot between the hands and rise up tall for a high crescent lunge. The left hand comes to the back of the right thigh. Right fingertips reach up and back, open the chest. We'll bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Palms come together, press them towards the center of your chest. Keep the back leg strong and rinse out. On the exhales, you can twist a little deeper. And slowly unwind, rising to that high crescent lunge. We'll straighten the left leg, plant the right foot, open the body to the right. Heel toe the right foot in a little bit if you need to. And we'll begin to track forward. So the left toes face straight to the front of the mat. And track forward with the left fingertips. Find your edge. Windmill left hand down, right fingertips reach up for triangle. activating Ujjayi breath. It's a moving meditation. The right arm sweeps alongside the right ear. Reach to the front of your mat. And the left hand reaches up toward the right like you're holding a big beach ball. Bring it all the way up. Turn the left toes to the side of the mat and fold. Hands in line with the feet. You can work the crown of the head all the way toward the mat. If tripod headstand is in your practice and you'd like to safely move into that inversion, feel free. Tripods, slowly make your way down. And we'll all begin to rise, returning to five-pointed star. Turn the right toes to the back of the mat. Warrior two, bend in the right knee. Arms are shoulder height. Slight tuck of the tailbone, the right thigh is working parallel to the mat. Soft gaze over the right fingertips. Sweep the left hand up to meet the right, roll onto the ball of the left foot. Arrive in high crescent lunge, facing the back of the mat. On the next exhale, we'll fold the right toes, we'll reach up and back, three-legged. Bend in the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left, option to flip dog. Right toes tap behind you, open up for wild thing or maybe even will. Slowly unwind. Right toes reach up. Look between the hands, step the right foot through. Plant the left foot down, extended side angle, whichever version you'd like. So the right hand here is to the outside of my right foot and we're rolling the chest open. You could also come to a higher version, bringing the right forearm onto the right thigh. Or maybe a bind or bird of paradise. Left fingertips draw the body up, straighten the right leg. Nice, right toes turn to the side of the mat, five-pointed star. Bring the hands onto the mat. We'll heel toe the feet in a bit, coming into a low yogi squat. The toes turn out at 45-degree angles, finding a nice tall spine, using the triceps to gently press the knees apart and bring the hands to heart center. Eventually finding that the toes are light and the weight of the body is in the heels of the feet. Bring the hands onto the mat. Heel toe the feet out nice and wide, returning to that wide angle fold. Take another deep version here, again using the traction of the mat. Maybe you can find a little more depth. And then and rising, nice and slow, 5-pointed star. Turn the left toes to the front of the mat. Bend in the knee. Sweep the right hand up to meet the left. You're on the ball of the right foot. You're in the high crescent lunge. And then fly forward, warrior 3. The body is parallel to the mat. Flex the right foot. Right pinky toe dials down. And you can reach the fingertips back or forward. And return to mountain. Hands to heart center. Walk the feet. Arms alongside the body. Nice work. Breathing tall. We'll take our natural step back with the left foot. So it's maybe a foot or two. All 10 toes face the front of the room. The hips are squared to, or the front of your mat. And the hips are squared to the front of the mat. We're setting up for pyramid. You can clasp opposite elbows behind the back, or you can bring your hands to reverse prayer. All right, so as we track forward, lead with the chest. The right hip keeps rolling back. Left hip keeps rolling forward. Maybe you have a little micro bend in the front knee. And eventually finding chin to shin. Keeping that flat back, slowly rise halfway. Bend in the front knee. We'll place the hands in front of the right foot and move through 8 to 10 little handstand prep hops. So the right toes might hop off the mat a little bit or a lot. So you can just create a little tick-tock rhythm. Eventually, the hips might stack over the shoulders and you might find that you can get a little air time here. It's really great for your core.
Left foot forward?
Right foot is forward, and you're just hopping the right toes off the mat. It can be just a tiny bit.
Wait, what?
Yep. You got it? You got it?
So, you want me to hop my right foot?
Yeah. Your left foot back there is kind of like a tether, and then the right toes just hop off a little bit. Just jump them. Exactly. Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Just do a little bit, little hops, big hops, whatever you're feeling. So it could just be like this. Just keep that left leg kind of as your little anchor. All right, guys, good work. So when you're satisfied, you can come to the top of the mat, return to mountain, and we'll take our natural step back with the right foot. All 10 toes face the front of the room, the hips, or the front of your mat, the hips are squared. Again, you can clasp opposite elbows or hands to reverse prayer. Begin to lead with the chest, moving forward. That left hip keeps moving back and the right hip keeps moving forward. Eventually you'll fold, finding chin to shin. Maybe you've got a little bend in the left knee. Slowly rising halfway with a flat back. Bend in the front knee and bring the hands in front of the left foot. Same thing on this side. Left toes hop off of the mat just a little bit or a lot. 8 to 10 hops. Try to linger for a moment.
I keep trying to kick my right leg back up.
Yeah.
Because it's the one that's like
back there.
back.
Well, both do come up. Both do come up actually. You know, it's just that front one that you gotta get. Good, great for your core. So Do you
It's
try
hard 'cause, like,
holding
I know how to handstand, so it's like trying to do it
a different way?
yeah, different way is.
All right, so we'll ride back at the front of the mat. Take a couple breaths here, nice and tall. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step it into plank. We're going to keep the elbows close as we lower, nice and slow onto the belly. Slow, slow, slow. Tops of the feet come onto the mat. And you can bring the forearms onto the mat if you want to take a rest here in Sphinx pose. We're going to check out floor bow. So the pelvic, that sounded nice. The pelvic triangle is pressing into the mat. We'll bend the knees, sweep the hands back to the tops of the feet or the ankles. We're trying to keep the knees or the thighs drawing in toward each other when we rise. So deep inhale. On the exhale, rise. Press the shins straight back behind you, nice and strong. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down, left cheek onto the mat, windshield wiper the legs. And we'll set up again. Sweeping the hands back to clasp the tops of the feet or the ankles. Deep inhale. On the exhale, rise. Shins press back nice and strong. Your fullest expression for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down, opposite cheek to the mat, windshield wiper the legs. And release the legs onto the mat. Bring the hands to the lower part of the rib cage, splay the fingertips wide. Elbows hug in close. So we're going to rise up for up dog. Just the tops of the feet and the hands will be on the mat. Everything else is lifted. Shoulders away from the ears. Send the hips back. Right toes reach up and to the right elbow. Right knee to right wrist, sorry. Left leg slides back. Uncurl the left toes. Setting up for half pigeon. The right foot is flexed. We'll center the weight of the body. Nice open chest, proud pigeon. And then if you would like, you can walk down onto the forearms. Find a soft face and a soft hip. Breathing here. And walking the hands back up if you have folded. We'll curl the left toes, lift the left knee, and step the right foot into downward facing dog. Walk the dog, pedal it out. Left toes reach up, and left knee to the left wrist. Half pigeon here on the other side, the right leg slides back. Flex the left foot to protect the knee, and then center the weight of your body. If you would like, you can fold onto the forearms, again finding a soft hip and a soft face. Someone's got some nice music going. If you have folded, begin to gently walk back onto the hands. We'll shift the weight into the left hip and sweep the right leg around, finding an easy seated pose. Take a few moments here to sit up tall. We'll find a wide angle seated pose, so splay the feet out wide. Flex the feet so the legs stay engaged. And then we'll begin to walk the fingertips forward, relaxing down. Slowly walking the hands back up. Bring the hands to the backs of the knees and gently draw them in. Soles of the feet come together for Baddha Konasana. And then gently walking the fingertips forward. You might sway a little bit side to side if that feels nice, a gentle fold. Walking the fingertips back up. Bring the fingertips behind you and ease your way down into Supta Baddha Konasana. Allow gravity to do its work here. Continue to relax the knees onto or toward the mat. Slowly draw the knees together. Extend the left leg all the way down. Hug the right knee in toward the chest. Sweeping the right knee over to the left. The right arm is straight out to the right. The right shoulder stays resting on the mat. Soft gaze over the right fingertips. Slowly unwind. Extend the right leg all the way down. Hug the left knee in toward the chest. And the left knee moves over to the right. Left arm is straight out to the left. Shoulders resting on the mat. gaze is over the left fingertips. Slowly unwind. Hug the knees in toward the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, nice and tight. And extend the feet toward the sky. Finding an inversion, you can keep this simple restorative inversion or maybe find a shoulder stand. Take a few moments to reverse the blood flow. Point and flex the toes if you'd like. Nice, so we'll go ahead and meet here, hugging the knees into the chest once more. And then extend the legs all the way down, reach the arms overhead, take a long body stretch. Fingertips to toes, take a few deep inhales through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And to relax the arms alongside the body. We'll set up for our final pose. Turn the toes out, take up space, a star-like shape. Soften the face. Eyebrows relaxing down the sides of the face. Releasing your jaw. Scan the body, see where you can more deeply relax the weight of the body into the support beneath you. bringing movement back into the body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then we'll make our way onto the right side, curling into a fetal pose, pose of renewal. The knees draw toward the chest, rounding in the spine. Take a few breaths here. Begin to rise in that renewal, pressing the palms into the mat. Arriving in an easy seated pose where we began our practice. You can have a soft gaze or closing the eyes, bring the hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and with each other, arriving on the mat this morning. The highest in me honors the highest in each of you. Namaste.